Welcome back to Bernama today. Still with me, Tamina Kalji, and now we have the pleasure of hosting Mr. Ziad Baydoun, who is an interior architect and director of the Baydoun Company from Syria, and talking about a very special exhibition happening at the Asian Art Museum at the Art Gallery for University Malaya, which is entitled Ajami Handmade Art from the Syrian Heart. Welcome to the studios, Mr. Ziad.
Hi, Tamina. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
That's good.
So, now, tell us a little bit about Ajami handmade art itself. But I think first we need to start off with the history of it.
Yeah, I think better we start with the word as Ajami in Arabic.
Right.
Actually, Ajami is the non-Arabic.
I see.
Maybe you will
okay.
be confused a bit why this kind of
right.
word.
Okay. Sure. You can tell us. Take your time to tell us why the
Yeah.
background.
Actually,
is.
the Ajami as art, it's become from many countries, which
I
is
see.
which is Iran, which is Turkish, which is many countries. They come to Syria, they start to do the work there, but
Right.
everyone have his own work. Everyone
Oh,
have
their
his
own
own
style.
Yes,
I see.
But when they come to when they reach to Syria, Syrian people, they take this kind of art from them and they start to develop it.
Ah,
Yes.
right.
So they do a new effect with this kind of art, which is the 3D effect.
I see.
So last time from Iran or from Turkish, it was just a flat.
Right. So it was just art as it is, like on a wall or
Yes,
on a.
exactly.
Right.
So after that, become in Syria, they take these objects from Turkish, from Iran, from some other countries,
Right.
and they start to develop it to make it as a 3D. After this, they go. After this, they go through doing more in floral and geometric designs.
Right.
rather
More
than
for
other-
calligraphy
Yes,
style.
and
I
calligraphy
see.
styles. Yes, and they use it on the walls, mostly on the walls and the ceiling, in the houses in Syria.
Right. Right.
After
So
that, it's developed to be as a window, to be as doors, as many objects, even furnitures.
Right, so all the decorative panels that
Yes.
we are used to seeing on furniture, etc.
Yes, exactly.
Right. So now, Ajami art itself, the origins of it would have been how far back, approximately?
It's approximately around 1,400 years.
Right.
Yes.
Wow, 1,400 years ago. So that would have been around the time it came into Syria itself.
It's a start from Umayyad period.
I see.
Yeah.
Right, the Islamic dynasty.
Yeah, the person who start this development is Abdulmalik bin Marwan. If you hear
Okay.
about him, he is the one who pays on Damascus last
Right.
time with Umayyad period, and he start to get these objects to the masjids.
Right.
And the first masjid have been done while this kind of art is
I see.
Is Umayyad Mosque.
Right, so that is what would have really put the art in a spotlight.
Yes,
per
exactly.
se.
After that, it's developed. It's moved to Al-Aqsa. Al-Aqsa in Palestine.
Right. Okay.
Also they have many walls and
many
ceilings.
motifs with the
Yes, with
Ajami,
Ajami
art.
Yeah.
Right, right. Now it's very interesting that you said that even though it came from many countries, Iran, Turkey, and etc. Now, how did Ajami uniquely adopt Syrian culture and Syrian art traditions?
The house in Syria is very unique, actually.
Right.
Last
okay.
time when the architectures have done these houses, they focus with the rooms, which is, for example,
Right.
this room is for haram lek, which is for female.
Okay.
The other
fine.
room for salam lek, which is for males.
Right.
There is another room also for the workers.
Right.
So each room have their own motifs and their own colors.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Oh,
with
wow.
Ajami art. So
Right.
you go inside the room, you will see only female motifs for the.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Wow.
for
How
the female.
interesting.
Yeah, for the
Okay.
female woman, for the female rooms, which is haram lek.
Right.
When you enter in, all the drawings there is just florals from female. The
right.
flowers.
So something
the drawings.
associated traditionally.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
And
right.
also the colors is like female colors a bit.
Right. The tone and the theme.
Yes,
is
exactly. When you go to Salam Lake, also the same, all males flowers with
Right.
males with males colors.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And
So-
also there is another thing they add. When you go to the visitor rooms,
Right. Guest rooms.
the
per se.
guest rooms,
I
yes.
see.
Also, you can see many poems and calligraphy talking about the owner of the house. Like he is
Right.
like very someone.
It's sort of like an introduction to
yes,
the
who is
family
he,
hosting
who
you.
is- yeah.
Wow.
From where
how
is
lovely.
his family? Yes. There is his story there on the
I
walls.
see.
and also some ayat of Quran remind him that you should be humble person, you should be good person, even he is, because this kind of art was mostly for the palaces, for the people who is in charge in the to be leaders,
important officials,
yes,
and etc.
That is why. So they are in the visitor rooms. When you go to the guest rooms, you can see they are reminding them, you shouldn't be like this, you should be like this, you should help
basically
people,
about code of conduct and good behavior.
And also some of the flower designs, also some of the fruit designs, something like, oh, you are guests here, so we have all this kind of fruits, all this kind of things.
So basically it goes like one level up in hospitality.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. So it sounds like Syria itself has a very huge culture of hospitality, as well as, in a sense, their interior architecture has existed there much longer than one would think.
Yes, exactly, because last time we don't have the experience that if you have your guest, you will not send your guest to a restaurant or you go to somewhere to sit with him in the cafe. No, actually our house is the main place the visitors which should
within
come.
your own house. Yes, that's right.
So this is kind of culture make people like, you know, make people like connected each other.
I think it
more.
makes you very house proud as well.
Yeah, exactly. So they can try the Syrian food, they can try the you know,
and all surrounded by this art which is called Ajami itself. Now, to scale back a little bit, Ziad, tell us about your own family's involvement with Ajami art itself.
Yeah, actually my family last time they are working with this kind of art from long time. And it's become generated from my grandfather, from my father, also from me now, me and my sisters here in Malaysia. While I'm the only son for my family. So I try to be the leader of the community of our family.
Right, I understand. So now Ajami, as it has existed within your family's own tradition, your father himself is a much respected Syrian Ajami artist and purveyor. Tell us a little bit about your father's career as well as role in expanding awareness about Ajami.
He is someone artist from when he was kids. He was someone who would love to draw everywhere, even on the walls.
Okay, all right. I think that's where all good artists start from, right?
So yeah, he started to develop himself step by step until he come into Ajami actually. While Ajami need a lot of patience, need a lot of sabar, you need a lot of focusing and very beautiful and
very intricate.
Nice,
that's right.
Nice hands to do the designs. Mostly some of the people they are doing that, but it's not really that success because of the because of the design. People cannot do the design, but he is someone very skillful in the designs. He is artisan with this kind of things. He know how to design very well, and also he developed himself to do this kind of technique.
I see. So now
he developed himself. He study as interior design last time. Also he go to the fine art school. After that, he graduated from there and he started to do his own business. And I think now he had experience with Ajami around 40 years.
40 over years. That's
He's working with the government to recover and restore the old buildings,
which already have the Ajami motifs on them.
In Syria, very few people they are doing this kind of art, honestly. And on the
even
world,
today,
on the world, only Syrian they are doing this kind of art. Also in Syria, there is, when you do the tender for the government, so you should have someone artisan name, at least he has experience with this kind of work.
I see,
so the
for it to
people
be passed.
The people who is there, who you should put his name there is around only 5 people, not really more.
Oh wow, all right. So that tells us a little bit about how the culture is sort of dying out actually. Why is that? Why is that though?
Because of the difficulty of producing the Ajami and also need time. And it's not something you can just simply put anywhere.
You cannot
and
mass produce it as well.
It's a bit exclusive and expensive art, which is historical art also.
Very true. So we will hopefully be playing a couple of visuals later on of what Ajami art actually looks like. But just to give us a perspective, Ziad, let's say, for example, if this table right here in front of us, if it were to be decorated with Ajami motifs, about how long would the planning, the execution of an Ajami design take?
Okay, Ajami as a technique, it's applied on the wood.
Okay, on wood.
Yeah, on wood with 3D reliefs. You can, when you look at the piece
that's right, it sort of jumps from the picture to you.
Yes, when you look at the picture of the Ajami, you will think it's carving.
That's right. So we're playing a couple of slides, and as you can see, it does look like it's raised, that raised 3D effect.
Exactly, yeah, this is reliefs. This is some motifs and with floral design, and this is Qul Huwallahu Ahad.
Right, yes. So it follows the classic Islamic calligraphy styles, but with very, very beautiful and rich motifs around the outside.
Exactly. While it's come between in Umayyad period, and it's start to develop in Ottoman period, so it's take a bit in the Islamic culture. But at the same time, but at the same times, we have also Christian, we have some Jewish also. They are in Syria.
Oh also yes, the houses, artistic influences.
They still have this kind of art with their own way, with their own motifs.
Oh, that is gorgeous. So that's an entire interior. Looks like a living room decorated.
This one part of Hama.
Hama is the bathhouse.
Yeah, Hama is the place in Syria. And this one is Al-Azam Palace.
I see, right.
So now it's a museum.
Right.
People can visit it.
Beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. One can just imagine how long it took for the interior to be finished.
We have only done the restoration within 4 years.
Oh, right.
Only the restoration.
I see. So your fathers and Baydoun were involved within the restoration.
Yes, we have done the restoration for this museum actually.
Right, right. Yeah. Gorgeous.
So we continue about the technique. The technique is like something like you put on the wood. So we put first the white color paste on the wood.
I see, right.
We
you
put also
layer the wood with the paste.
Yes, and then we put after the wood, we put fabric.
Right.
If the wood is moving, so
to make it stable.
Yeah, to make it stable. After that, we start to apply the 3D material, which is called in Syria nabati.
Nabati, okay. How would you translate it into English?
Actually, there is no translation.
Okay,
because
no actual.
If I translate it in English, it will be totally different.
Okay, I see. But it is a material.
Yeah, it's a material. It's mixed between gypsum, glue.
Okay, so it's a binder of sorts.
Yes.
Okay.
So there is many process on this material, and this material exactly this is the secret of Ajami art.
Okay,
so people
it's a trade secret. Nobody knows exactly unless you are an Ajami artist.
Yeah, last time when my grandfather wanted to teach my father, you know, he bring him to the small workshop inside. He teach him how to do it slowly.
Nobody else could go in there during the time.
That is why it's not giving to many people.
Understood. As you said, only 5 artisans are left in all of Syria.
Yes, but now I'm trying to do Master of Ajami, Master of Architecture in UIA. So I'm doing also, I'm talking about Ajami technique and how we can produce this kind of materials to just let it
let the tradition survive as well.
So after we do the 3D material, we do the another layer, which is the white layer again. After that, we apply the basic colors, which is, for example, if we have green, we have blue, or we have some more red. So we just put first of all the basic materials. After that we add the golden and silver color, which is main colors. So each painting or each piece of wall, each ceiling, you can see the gold and the silver.
Exactly. So that's what makes it shine and stand out.
Exactly. After that, we cover everything with the colors, and we do fine black line. Just to make border with the
to make it more distinct.
Yes,
I see. Right.
After that, we do like shadows for the flowers and for the other
give it
motifs.
Texture and color.
Then we cover it with material which is like can keep for like 200 years, 300 years.
It's sort of like a lacquer finish.
Something like lacquer finish, yes, but it's more in nature.
I see, right. Now, start to finish, let's say a piece as big as this table would take approximately how long? A month?
Yeah.
My goodness,
around
around a month. So that is very labor intensive.
And not only one person can do it.
I see.
Should be a group of people. That is why this kind of art should be
it's collaborative.
Yes. Some people doing this piece, some people doing this this area, some people, and always if you want to do 1 table or 10 tables, it will take the same time.
I see.
Because you have period. You need to wait until this one become dry. You need to wait until this one this layer. You need to wait a bit until it will be okay. After that, you need to continue.
And
so while you are waiting, maybe you can do others.
Right, yes, because there's sort of like a cooling off period for each material.
Yes, exactly.
Now, the Ajami handmade art, as you say, from the Syrian heart, is a currently ongoing exhibition at the University of Malaysia's Asian Art Museum. Tell us about what visitors can expect. And for our viewers out there, the exhibition is still ongoing for another 3 more days until it closes. So you still have a chance till Friday to make your way to the art gallery at UM. So tell us about what's being shown over there, and how is it you all managed to bring over these pieces and etc.
Okay, actually Ajami art is not only painting, but while we are in Malaysia here, so we cannot like produce wall or ceiling or this
Understood,
one.
That's very large scale.
Costly, yes, and it will be big for, and also for Malaysian is something new.
Exactly.
They don't really know about this kind of arts. They don't really have experience about that. At least if people going to Syria or going to some other countries, maybe Turkey, they have some. And also in Islamic museum, I just visit before a few days. I have seen one room which is called Damascus room in Islamic museum.
I see. Okay.
It's the same technique. It's also Ajami art. They are talking about it. Yes.
Right.
So
but it's only in, I would say, artistic or cultural circles here that it is known.
Yeah. Right. So that is why I try to do it as a paneling, a small paneling, as a painting. At least people can see, can feel the material, can feel how is the things.
I see. So this is, one could say, an interactive exhibition, because visitors are actually welcome to touch and feel.
Exactly, yes.
Right. I think that's very unique. I mean, mostly when we go for art exhibitions, we understand we are expected to stand back and admire.
No, you can touch, you can feel
touch.
it. Yes.
Right, okay.
You can touch and you can feel it. So I try to make it as a painting, and due to the technique and the difficulty of the technique, I make this kind of paintings to be only one painting on the world. So there is no any other copy.
So it's unique, recorded, one of a kind.
It's recorded and certificated by us, by our company. And also, I give you guarantee for there is no any copy at all on the world. Right.
So basically, for anyone interested, you can also purchase these forms of art to hang and display inside your own home.
Exactly. Yes.
Right.
So the person last time in Syria, they used to do like this. There is no banks and there is no not that technology like today.
So what we'll hold that thought. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we're back, we'll still be speaking about Ajami art from the Syrian heart. Stay with us.
Are you ready for this, Scully?
I don't know. There's a choice.
You two have experience with these spooky cases.
Somebody out there?
I'm here.
The X-Files. Tuesday at 9 p.m. Only on Fox.
Latest headlines, illuminating visuals, everything right and now on Bernama News.
Welcome back to Bernama today. Still with me, Tamina Khalji and Mr. Ziad Baydoun, speaking about Ajami art from Syria. All right, Mr. Ziad, so as you were saying, now let's go back into the history and the importance of Ajami art itself. We'll come back to the exhibition again later.
Okay, sure. As I said, it's considered as historical, and it's unique art, which is very few people on the world they have this kind of art. You can see it only in Syria, somewhere in Al-Aqsa Mosque. Also, you can see in Turkey, some of the areas. And nowadays, because of the war in Syria and because of many issues there, and last time also we have the same things happen in Syria. So people, because of this because of this exclusive art, they take it out from
I
the country.
see, right.
So if you
so a lot of
Google
it was lost during those times.
there is around 18
Understood.
rooms on the world, mostly in Berlin Museum, in Resin Museum, also in
Right.
USA. There is one room in Turkish, another room here in Malaysia.
That's right.
So mostly they are making the whole something
Museum
like the studio.
exhibits per se.
Yeah. So and then they are fixing the same walls and panels, and they make it as a room.
Right.
And then
I
they talk
see.
about it historically.
Okay.
So, but mostly Germany is the most people who is taking this kind of art from our country and present it in their museums, which is Metropolitan Museums, Resin
Right.
Museums, and many others.
So definitely Ajami is on the radar of not only European but worldwide fine art.
Yes.
So that would definitely be, I think, something positive for the art, because at least art appreciators, they get some cultural reference.
Yeah, exactly, and also very historical value.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, what about the designs within Ajami art itself? Now, of course, we understand the calligraphic aspect usually comes from the Quran and other good sayings.
Yes,
but what
poems.
about the patterns?
The patterns is mostly floral designs and geometric. Geometric because of the Islamic period.
That's right.
Umayyad and Ottoman. The floral mostly the same flowers we have in our houses in Damascus.
I see.
The
And
house
all
in
of
Damascus
these
is
are
like
local flowers?
exactly, yes.
species?
The houses in Damascus, like it's open, and we
Right.
have like the area
Like a
that-
courtyard.
Yeah, the
I see.
courtyard, and we have the
Fountain
the fountain
inside it,
inside.
right.
So around this area we have many flowers, which is jasmine, which is in English I'm not really sure what is the names of the
Right, so all the local flowers
yes.
that can be found all throughout Syria.
Exactly, yes.
I see, right.
So they are using the same flowers with the pattern.
Right, inside the
to
motifs.
get the designs and these kind of things. And as I told you before, as I mentioned before, they are using the male flowers
Exactly.
for the male area.
That's a very, very interesting aspect of it,
Which
I
is,
think.
I don't know if it's considered just they are making it as
Exactly.
a history, like female should be having female,
Right.
or male should having male. Not nice.
But I think it's
having
a
male or
very
something.
interesting perspective into the culture itself.
Yes, yeah.
Now, as for Ajami art, the patterns and the motifs, would you say that each artisan has his own style? Or is there something like an overriding, distinct style that individuals can't move away from?
Honestly, no. It should
Right.
be almost similar. That is why when you go to any room,
I see,
you
right.
can see the similar motifs.
Okay,
But
right.
the way how they are drawing it may be a bit different between one artisan
Right.
to others. But at the end, no. The flowers is same. Jasmine is jasmine. You cannot make it
Exactly.
different. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, so that is why they are trying to follow the same drawings, but you can feel sometimes the difference with the colors more than the motifs.
The richness of the shades,
Yes.
perhaps.
So some people,
see.
it's depend on their, it's depend on their
Artistic feeling,
inside,
right.
Yeah. So people will, some people will see like they make the paneling like too shiny, many colorfuls.
Right.
Some of the other artisans, it will be like a bit darker, a bit like not really shiny. So,
Right. So
this is
it all depends on the variations between the
Yes,
artists.
Exactly. The
Very
difference between
interesting.
But about the floral and geometric designs, I guess it's almost same, because usually
Right.
when you go to any museum, you will see the exactly same flower, how they are cutting it, how they are drawing it,
Right.
and they are
It's an
followed.
almost
Yes.
familiar motive, right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually told that we have a video to play, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But before that, how many pieces can visitors expect to see at the Ajami art exhibition in UN?
There is 35 pieces.
35
Yeah.
pieces, wow.
The smallest will be 2 by 4
Right.
inch, and the biggest will be around 130 centimeter,
Right.
around 90. So this is how we have in our small workshop, but we
Right.
can produce more. We can produce bigger also, and also we can add, if someone would like to order something to have like
Right,
his
something
special
even
own,
more custom
yeah,
made,
we can
per se.
customize his names inside, or
I
maybe his
see.
poems or his family story or something like that.
wow,
we are
right.
following the same way how
That's
it's
tradition,
yes,
the real way it
yes,
was done.
Exactly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think, especially in Malaysia, people had this perspective for Islamic or even
Exactly.
Syrian art ever.
So I wish they can get some ideas there when they visit there. They can understand more the technique, more than the designs. The designs or the colors, some people would like, some people they're not really like, but we can custom made with the designs and the color that they feel comfortable,
that they feel
and okay
best
with,
for their house decor, maybe.
Yes, because this kind of things, maybe it will exist in his house, maybe 200 years, 300 years.
That's right. It becomes a family heirloom.
Exactly. Yes.
Part of your heritage.
Yes. If we come back to our story about the banks, and last time people, they are not really having banks. So what they have done, they are buying golds, they are buying silvers, and also they are buying this kind of art, which is like historical art. There is very few pieces on the world. It's a bit expensive. Not really anyone can have it.
Right.
So they are keeping this kind of painting in their houses.
Right.
And after a period for 25 years or 50 years or something like that, this kind of art will be more and more expensive.
I see. Interesting. Now, thank you so much for your time today, Ziad.
Welcome.
Now, what we're going to do is actually play the videos of the Ajami art exhibition so that you out there can actually get a real perspective to how beautiful this historical art form is. Check out the videos, and thanks so much for joining us here on Bernama today.
Thank you.